Hello, everybody. We are live. The Forsaken Kingdom. We have myself. I am the Dungeon Master for this evening. We have Ukla Ulik, Human Barbarian, Durzo Blint, High Elf Ranger, and Narcissus, the Yanti Warlock. And when last we left, things were brewing. Some people went to, extremes to get some action. And some people, despite their their brutish hulking frames, could not intimidate a squirrel. And some people, got their nice reptilian asses powdered and pampered. These things happen. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get right into it, because when last we left, these fine gentlemen were at the inn of the Seven Dragons in the Fortuna Firel, excuse me. And Master Durzo had decided, I'm going to flip off somebody who's giving me the stink eye because I don't like the way he's looking at me. And I'm going to transition you guys to the map so you can see where we are. He had gotten up, walked out of the establishment, and proceeded to come back in with 5 of his companions with the mug that was still mean. Now, I hope you guys can see the map now.
Oh, this is awesome, dude.
So,
I'll be right here.
yes, Narcissus he had decided to play with the Bard troupe. He was strumming so badly at one point. One of the dwarves sitting watching was like, "Shut the fuck up!" And finally, he made the roll in order to keep up with the tune. But you and the rest of your party see these 5 gentlemen. Now, this is the guy who's mean mugging you. I'm not
He's
sure.
still doing it.
Yeah, he's still mean. he's still mean mugging you, and he's him and his buddies are walking into the establishment right now.
The intention is there, right? You can see it in his face.
Oh,
right?
yes, absolutely.
Okay, so I'm gonna use my my mind touch.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna tell him to take his friends and go before this gets to a point where he's not going to appreciate.
Okay.
I'm intimidate him.
Now, Lou,
Now you that's one of your cantrips or one of your spells.
That's my the ability that my patron gave me.
Okay.
now, Lou,
It's a telepathy 30 feet.
What's the DC? The DC would be what?
The DC for it, there's no
save.
DC. There's no safe.
Can you?
I'm intimidated. I'm doing intimidation.
Can you link it so I can see it on the chat?
Okay.
Hold on.
Lewis,
Yes, sir.
at the same time, because I have my cloak with my hood over my, like I always did,
Mm-hmm.
right?
I'm gonna check out my
Inside my cloak, I'm pulling out my hand crossbow and underneath the table. So I'm just letting you know.
Okay.
Not making any sudden movements, just pulling it out, having it ready.
Okay.
Damn, that nigga rolled a 21 already, pal, in your face.
Trying to set this fight not to start, bro. I don't want to start killing fucking town people.
Yo, can you guys hear me good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You sound like a nuclear.
Okay. No, just making sure.
All right.
Hey, if I stop playing Monster Hunter, you can start playing Ghost of Tsushima.
I'm not playing Ghost of Tsushima.
Really? Then why
Yeah,
is your
no,
head
no,
turning to the
magic.
left?
Playing Magic.
Oh yeah, that's better. That's even better.
Nah, see, with this game, I could play Ghost of Tsushima and needs my total attention.
All right. Now, what I will do is, 1 second here. Intimidation.
And if it doesn't work, I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna cast a spell.
I don't think it's gonna work with that 21.
I don't know, man. It might resist. I'm gonna be mad.
No,
What do you want?
he rolled a 21. That's high, man. That's good.
We're being sarcastic.
Oh, not Steve. Oh yeah, Steve. did
No,
roll a
Steve
21.
rolled that.
Oh yeah, that's correct. For whatever reason, I thought that was supposed to.
All right, so for him, it would be a straight charisma save, and really the only thing that would resist it would be a 20 because he doesn't have any bonus to this roll. So
Nope, not happening.
all right, I gotta get rid of that. There we go. All right, so here's how it happens. You reach out with your mind, and you quietly let him know, "Hey, buddy, this is not the time for this." Actually, no, you don't. It's a 30 feet range. He's 40 feet away. At the
Oh, Lewis good. Lewis good.
Oh, sir.
Ah,
No, but
sir.
I thought there was a bigger boxes we're using.
no.
Sir, not happening.
I took off the grid because this one already had it gridded, but
Yeah, but that grid there is different.
Yeah.
1, 2, 5.
but it's still
10,
based. It's still
15,
based off
20.
the grid here for this map. So I
Okay.
you know what I mean. Like if
Because-
I put the grid on, you'll see the difference.
There is a big difference.
There's the difference. But this map that I'm using, it wasn't ungridded. They didn't have a non-gridded version.
All right.
Right.
Okay, so then I didn't do that.
You try to reach out with your mind, and you just can't get it. You can't get to him.
You fucked up, Luke.
So,
You did. You messed up.
Because I counted those blocks. that were
yeah,
there,
I
that's why
I see how you did that. Yeah, I see. I can see it now. But no, yeah, he's further away than your ability is going to be allowing you to make. All right, so he stands there, still mean mugging you. He looks to this soldier here, soldier number 2, and he nods, and he walks over. He himself walks over to your table. Like, oi, you 3 outside.
What's the problem?
I said outside. I don't need to give you a reason.
All right, I'm shooting him in the dick.
Come on, Dwight. Jesus fucking Christ.
Okay, so
Nigga, you know that we're in a town full of people, right?
we're gonna need to.
Well, he's listen. He's when you start acting a fool. I'm sorry. I'm playing my character. That's the way he is.
So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna need to roll initiative. I'll give you an opportunity to attack without advantage, so just make the roll.
All right.
Oi, you outside.
So
He-
I do
he's-
have. I know I have the.
You
do
have
I
a
use it as my
proficiency.
longbow.
No.
Do you have Do
No.
you have the hand crossbow?
You should
Yes, I
have it
do.
equipped on your character sheet.
Yes, I do.
So then click it.
Then go to the action and click on hand crossbow.
Yeah.
It doesn't show it,
Because you didn't.
but I
equip
know
it.
I have.
You have to make it active
So
on
go to
in your
equipment,
inventory.
go to inventory, and click on the gray box that's next to it.
Yeah. All your weapons that are active should be listed there.
Even your armor should be clicked on,
Correct.
so you can see that you have it on.
Yeah, my leather is on. I remember buying it.
You never put it in.
You probably just didn't load it.
Remember buying it?
Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. The bodies hit the.
Killing me, bro. See weapons, hand crossbow.
There's a little the little box next to it. Make sure you click on it. I changed my colors to Warlock purple. Looks so cool.
So what? I gotta put it through manage equipment.
Yeah, go to equipment, go to inventory, right? Scroll down.
Go to
Click
manage
on-
equipment and just
No. Wait,
No.
wait.
Just go to inventory and scroll down to your
he
weapons.
didn't load it on his inventory. That's what it is.
Oh, he didn't put it in?
Yeah. So manage
Yeah.
equipment. Then you want to just type
Weapon.
in
Yeah, click on weapon, click
weapon.
on common, and then click on crossbow and see what comes up.
Yeah, and crossbow hand should come up. And just hit add.
Yep.
And make
And I
sure
believe
and make sure you equip it.
It was Mastercrafted, right?
No, that was not.
No?
Oh, I forgot to load the tavern music. Unless I have it already on the Roll20. No, I didn't. So that's a good thing Okay. This is going to be interesting.
Okay. Now I got it on there.
All right. Click it.
Yeah. Oh. Where is it? Actions. What do I roll? The damage die or the hit DC die?
You would have to roll an attack if you're going to hit him.
Yeah, you have to attack first. So the
Yeah, but-
Beyond 20 button should come up. Click on that once you hover over it. And you just did it. Okay, so we'll go with the 10 because you're not rolling with any advantage on this.
All right, but let me take my advantage off.
No, the left is the first, the right is the second roll. So
Okay.
all right. So,
Left to right.
so you try to finagle your crossbow up from under your cloak, and because of that roll, he spies it and moves. And he's like, "Oi! Get
I'm gonna
him!"
kick the table. I'm gonna kick
All
the
right,
table
hold on
right
for a second. This is initiative.
Okay, come on,
Thing.
like, everywhere, man. Come on, let's play it.
All right. Everywhere, man. All right, so what's Ukla's initiative? We're gonna start with the initiatives here.
Did it roll? 10. I got a 10.
Okay. Narcissus rolled a fat 20.
They still playing?
They're still playing.
I'm gonna keep up with them.
All right.
18.
Jerzo rolls and Ukla rolls a 10.
I rolled an 18.
Yeah, no, hold on. That's Ukla.
Ukla, click on your character.
I did already.
You go to 10.
Yeah, I don't know why it didn't come up.
Yeah, hold on a second.
Because you didn't click on your token first.
Yo, D, mute that?
Yeah, who the hell's that? Is that your wife?
That's pretty loud.
Yeah, that is pretty loud.
Yeah. At the time that when I'm playing, then she has to get on the phone.
All right. All right, this isn't going to work. So what I'll do is close that.
What's a viola? I want to see what that is.
So Ukla rolled a 10, yes?
Yeah.
All right, I'll move this
A
here.
Viola, H.P. Lovecraft has a story with Viola.
Ooh, look at that.
Hey, you know they're coming out with a Lovecraft Country on HBO.
Yeah, I know.
You saw the commercial? They had Cthulhu in
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, and the viola. What's the name of the story? Damn, with the guy that he plays the viola and he starts playing it
These
super
guys.
fast. Oh, what's the name?
I think I'm gonna pick that as my instrument when I become bard.
What? The little
Viola.
flute?
That looks pretty cool. I like it. Looks like a violin.
Alright, why didn't it do that? Bulk macro. Oh, that's why. Okay. There we go.
They got electric ones.
Why did that come up? Okay. I'm gonna add this guy here.
It's a silent viola. It's kind of cool. This image is kind of nice. You know what? I want one just like this. I
All
want the
right,
edges
so
clear, so I can
let me see something here. All right, this soldier rolled a natural 20, so I'm gonna move him up. To,
Flan is good, right? I ate last time when we left. I ate it.
I don't know, man. I don't think I'm going to take this again.
Yeah, it's just kind of a lot of sugar, man.
all right, so let's make this more appropriate here. This is why I need more. I need 2 monitors. Is that too loud for you guys?
Yeah, they're a little lower.
little lower.
Okay. So this soldier here, he's rushing up. He has a. He's coming up. Hold on a second. Let me make sure I got the right guy.
Ain't it just one of them?
No, I rolled an initiative. He called out to his buddies. They saw you shoot him. So it was an initiative for everybody. He's coming up to attack you.
Is that I see 2 soldiers instead of just one?
Yeah, the one that you just shot with the club,
And the other one.
and the one that rolled the 20. He gets.
Oh, so he did get shot or no?
No, he didn't get
you missed
shot.
him.
The one you shot at, I should say. The guy you shot at, he's further down on the initiative. But this guy here, he did a natural 20. So actually, I'm gonna move him here because he has a spear, and he's gonna chuck his spear right at you. So
Ooh.
I'm going to make that roll. It's gonna roll a d20. Okay.
He's chucking a spear at you, Dwight.
And he rolled a 20.
Woo! Feeling it, son.
So
Feeling it.
he
Feeling it.
so as soon as he's like, "Oi, get him!" he just flips it up to his hand and just like,
Get ready for another butt cheek.
a front butt. Sorry,
Let's go to. Never mind.
a front butt. So
Dwight's like, I don't want to go outside and talk. Let me just shoot him.
what is I really should have set these guys up better.
Now, Lou, if my character says it has dodge, you telling me that I can't dodge out the way?
You have to declare.
That's not how it works.
That's not how it works.
It's a-
You forfeit your action for the dodge. Your dodge then becomes your action
And your armor class goes up by I think 2 or 3.
by 2. Yeah, so it really does.
That's what they consider a dodge?
correct.
Yes.
Yeah. And it don't matter. 'cause
It
you
just
rolled a 20.
raises your armor class.
The only thing you're gonna be dodging is into that spear.
Yo, Steve, how many daggers did you buy?
I got 6 daggers and the bandolier.
Okay.
Plus I had 2 already.
All right. I was like, wait, what?
I plan on dual wielding and then tossing them as I go.
Okay, I got you.
So how much damage does Dwight take with that
Just
20?
just give me a sec. This is all the learning curve, unfortunately, for this. So, let's see what these guys. Spear. It is 1d6 plus 1, and then another d6 for the 20. So that's what I'm going to do. That. And another D6. All right, so all in told, 8 points of damage to Durzo. So that's a huge hit. So you're just like, yeah, I'm not going to.
I was at 8 point of damage when I'm showing 2. You roll
No,
a D6.
it's showing up on the GM screen. So it's 2 for the 2 is the crit, and then another 6 for the actual spear damage. So it's a total of 8.
Okay.
All right. Next would be Narcissus. Now, Narcissus, you're playing your little your lute, and you're having a good old time. You finally got in rhythm. You're like, yeah, this is gonna be good. What the fuck? You see the soldier walk up to Durzo. You can't really hear what they're saying because you're right there with the bard troop, and then out of nowhere he moves. And you see Durzo, he's like getting ready, he's standing up, and he has his hand crossbow that comes out from underneath his cloak. So immediately you're like, fuck, something going down. And then this soldier here, he throws that javelin with expert precision.
Ooh, expert precision.
And you are next.
I am going to. Wow, this is the fight.
Yeah, everyone else around you, the serving wench here, she's like, ah, and she runs off. These
I like how he moved up.
yeah, these three dwarves don't know what's happening just yet because they're sitting there drinking. The 2 dwarves that are sitting by the hearth are still watching the bard troop. There's a lot of people that are uncertain as to what's happening just yet, and even Felix, he's completely tossed drunk, so he's just laying on his side like. So
Yeah, he's gonna get Felix killed.
And I know it's this guy's fault, right?
Who?
The guy in green.
You don't necessarily know that it's his fault. No, absolutely not. Because Durzo never mentioned that he flipped him off. Unless
Right.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, yeah, he didn't. He didn't
Yeah,
mention.
he said that
I
we're gonna have
told him
problems.
exactly what happened.
Oh, okay. So
He told us exactly what happens to 2 people who have trouble.
yeah, so you know that there's going to be some trouble, and the guy that walked out was the only one in there, and in comes 5 of his friends. Now you also notice that they're wearing the
Listen.
garrison colors. You guys have been here long enough to know the garrison soldiers.
Fuck, we can't continue this then. Well, he's not wearing the garrison colors, is he?
Yes, he is actually.
He is?
He was. Yeah, I had
Oh,
mentioned
for
that.
the love of fuck.
I mentioned that he was. Yes.
All right. I'm gonna hold my action. I'm gonna see where this guy. I'm gonna see where Ukla takes this.
Okay, so Ukla, you're next. So again, out of nowhere, we're recounting.
Lewis is not Ukla, it's me because I got 18.
Oh, that's right. Where are you?
Somewhere hidden.
Oh, you didn't click your token. That's what it was. All right, so I'm sorry.
He rolled a 10.
My bad.
His turn order is there.
No. I'm talking about for Durzo. He didn't click on his token, so it didn't show up in the turn order. Okay, so I'm going to all right, you go and then Ukla. Sorry, go ahead. So that spear hits you, and obviously you pull it out. So let's just say it hit you on the side. You felt a rib crack as it pierced your left side.
All right.
You pull it out.
I'm gonna do-
And what are you doing?
I am going to do.
Yeah, we still got things to do in this town. Why he?
Yeah, I don't even know why he even did that. Like, that didn't make no damn sense.
I'm gonna do fog cloud.
Okay.
Damn, but why is it not working?
When you click on it, does it? Do you when you hover over it? Do you see that B icon come up? 'Cause you should be able to.
I
hit
see
it.
a dice roll, but I don't see a B icon.
Hold
Oh,
on.
that's what it is with dice.
Yeah.
The little die roller.
Yeah, but it's green.
Okay, hold on a second.
Actually, because it's a spell and there's no rule save to it, it should just come up saying cast on VTT.
Yes. So
Like when it says cast, it's not lit up or nothing like that. So
just
Yeah, just click on the
just
word
click on it.
cast.
Yeah.
I pressed it.
Okay.
It should give you a. It should mark off one of your spells for the day, and it should produce a. It should produce a thing. Okay, so click on the spell, right? And it should come up on the right. Do you see that?
Yeah.
All right,
So on
Go
the top,
spell.
on the
Go
top,
on.
the top right corner of the spell, it should say
you know
cast
what it is?
on
He
VTT.
he didn't take off the slots. That's what it is. So try it again now. When it says cast, it should be in red. That means you
All right,
you can
that's
cast
what,
it.
all right.
So he does that. 20-foot radius. Centered on what? You?
Right around me, and I'm gonna get out of there.
Okay.
What does that look like?
He gets hit. Ukla's just like, what? Narcissus is like, fuck. And Felix is like, me.
That's a big area.
He stands up and you concentrate and you release the fog from where you are. And it
And
immediately
it follows me.
Right.
So I'm gonna duck down and get out of there.
Okay.
I'm gonna get out of
So
the
the
place.
next- the
I'm not
next-
gonna have these guys interfere in that situation.
All right,
I'll get out.
So the next will be Ukla. Now it's your turn.
I can't see because of the fog,
Right.
right?
So the fog cloud just immediately obscures your vision. You can hear people. You can
So I
hear.
grab Felix, and I start, and I'm out of here too.
Okay. So there is an exit right. I don't know if you guys can see it. Well, right here. Actually, no. The exit, excuse me, that's a window. The exit is where the soldiers are. There's another there's another set of double doors that lead into the back of the tavern. So that would be what the only way to egress would be through that. Otherwise, you're going to be barreling through the soldiers.
Well,
Or
I'm
drive it through a window.
gonna go out through here.
Or you can go
I'm
out the
gonna go-
window. You can go out a window. Yeah. Because
But you know what? That is
right
true. The window is very
So
close to me.
the windows.
It's much closer,
Right.
so I'm gonna go out through the window.
So the windows here. The stairs going to the second floor are here. All right. So you're gonna go out the window.
Yeah.
All right. So, Ukla, oh here.
Oh, it's
Oh here. And then after him.
Oh, so if they say that, I'm standing there in
Okay.
the cloud. If I hear that,
Well, the cloud goes with him. He said.
Cloud goes with him.
Yeah, the cloud.
So he's just
Yeah.
like, you can just see him. He's just like, what? It disappears, and he
Nah,
just.
I'm
You're the only
standing
one.
there.
You're the only one sitting there with Felix in your hand. Like, what?
yeah.
Huh? So, but they immediately turn and they run out.
Okay, so
All right.
I'm gonna sit back down with
So
Felix and continue drinking my drink.
I'm not going to play the victory because there is none. But what you guys? So I'm turning to Durzo. You crash out of the window. You land.
Hit the first alley that I could go into.
Okay. So I could make you make an athletics roll, but I won't this time. But you are injured, and you fly out of that window and you bolt. Now,
All right, I'm gonna
they're
do
around-
cure wounds.
Okay, you
I'm gonna
can't-
do cure.
You can't do it while you're running. So,
You'll do all of that to run.
yeah. So you bash out you to a bunch of surprised people, and you make your way in any direction that's away from this place. The first turn is around the building. So there are three adjacent buildings immediately in the 100 feet going forward, going in that direction. The first turn is 20 feet, is about 50 feet away, and then another 50, and then another 50. So you have three potential alleyways to turn to immediately on your left. You could go across the street. There are more houses. There are a couple of establishments, but you would. I'm telling you this because it's still daytime, and you would be running in the middle of the street. So you
Okay, I'm not running in the middle of the street.
Mhm.
I'm hitting the nearest alleyway.
okay.
What I want to do is go down that alleyway, make a turn, and I
Mm-hmm.
want to climb up on top of the house.
Okay, so I need you to make an athletics check. The DC would be a 12.
Okay, it's a advantage.
No.
All right,
Steve, your camera seems a little blurry. You're muted too. I can't hear you.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe my kids have been touching it.
Okay. So you make you dash and you fly around that corner. You get some handholds and start screaming up to the roof, and you can hear them coming. You know, they're heavy boots hitting the wooden porches that go along, that wrap around these establishments, and it's like you two. We'll just call
First thing,
what?
first thing I'm gonna do is cancel my spell because I don't need the fog to let them know where I'm at.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have that. I'm up. I want to get up on top of the roof and just lay still because I can use my stealth. Remember, I have a dark coat, so I'm just gonna. I'm in a cloak, so I'm just gonna hide in the shadow.
Okay. There are no shadows. It's daytime, and you're on the roof. So,
All right, if I'm on the roof, I'm just gonna lay flat.
okay.
And while I'm laying flat, I'm gonna do cure wounds.
Matter of fact, here's what I'm gonna do. Because I didn't load it. Oh, damn it! I didn't expect you to jump on the roof.
What? I
That
thought
was
he was.
No, 'cause
that's
I,
just so funny.
I expected him to. That's all he does.
I was working on all 3 levels of this inn, including the roof. I don't know why I put the roof in there, but yeah.
Now you know what?
Now I know why.
And always half the battle. G.I. Joe.
All right, so I'm going to remove these guys here. Okay, from this place. And we're going to take Durzo off of this for now. All right. Now, you can hear the lead the guy you flipped off, because you don't even know his name yet. He's screaming. He's like, "After him! Find him! Find him!" And they're just running all over the place.
So I'm gonna cure wounds.
Okay, so make your cure wounds roll, please.
Bro.
Oh, he's a wanted man.
All right, so you regenerate 4. So you close the wound. You can still feel it, but it's there's no longer bleeding. And that's your. Is that a spell slot for the day? That's your second spell?
Yeah.
Okay, so
That's
Yeah,
one of
that's
his
my
spell
second
slots.
spell.
so you're both you've used both of your spell slots.
But I could use one of those
You can use a cantrip. That's it.
If you have any.
No, my cantrip is only my blade ward.
Yeah, that's the only thing
So,
as far as.
but
like,
ain't that thing that you said that that I have two, like I have 2 times I could do it
yeah,
where you could like heal.
your 2 first level spells. You could have used Cure Wounds twice or Fog Cloud twice.
Oh, I thought it was.
No.
I thought it was like that short rest that gives you a quick
Yo,
heal.
No.
yo, Lou, remember that's the way the original Palladium used to be too? Where you only had a
Yes,
certain
you
amount
can
of
only
spells per
do a
day?
certain amount of spells per day. Yes.
Yeah.
That made
And
it
when you were like
even,
15th level, you get 27 spells.
even more deadly. But we're not playing Palladium, so let's move on. Now, you guys in the tavern, the innkeep, he looks over to you, Narcissus, and because the bards have stopped playing because of all the commotion, and they're not sure what to do. They're talking amongst themselves. They're essentially saying, "Should we leave, or should we stay?" And who the hell was that? And why did he do that? And it's just like Like the dwarves are like, what the bloody hell was that?
I mean, I'm sitting there drinking my ale.
It's like those fucking elves. They can't let nothing unload.
So
Hurry.
I got nothing.
All right.
I'm gonna start strumming it and plucking the string and see if they decide to play more.
So the innkeeper, he comes over. He's like, hey, wasn't that one of your friends? What was his problem?
So I look at him like, I don't know. I was totally enjoying your ale and playing with these nice gentlemen.
He's like, well,
I have no idea what just happened.
He ain't welcome in here again. I can't have that kind of trouble.
All right, I'll make sure he knows.
He's like, and clean up that fucking goblin shitting. He's like, is he shitting on himself?
No, he shouldn't be. I go check on him.
Nah, but he's right next.
Mm-hmm.
I go check up. Is he all right?
He's stone drunk. He hasn't shit himself, but there is a strong scent of goblin urine that's coming off.
Oh
of him.
my God. He beat on himself.
So you smell that? You smell it after all the commotion settles, Ukla, because that adrenaline kicked in, and you're looking around like, do I have to take out this axe and start cleaving people for no reason? It's
now it's a sword. I'm gonna start laughing.
Oh, that's right, your sword.
I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna point to him and
So
laugh.
Felix is like,
I'm gonna smack him. You heard him? I'm gonna smack. Wake up, boy! You peed on yourself. Go wash yourself. And I'm gonna start laughing and start drinking.
more drinks.
No more drink for you. Go wash yourself. You peed on yourself. And I'm gonna start laughing.
But Felix already took a bath this year. And he passes out again.
And I'm just gonna drink my drink while I'm laughing.
At that point, the dwarves in the table next to you, they start howling in laughter.
So I'll go to the innkeeper and ask, that guy. He was here earlier and left. What's his problem?
He's like, oh, Garrett. He's always been a bit of a sourpuss, but he's usually quite affable. Most of the garrison soldiers never come in here except for him. The only thing I could imagine is that someone messed with Mary.
Mary?
Yeah, his girl. He's fiercely jealous of her. Of anyone, of any man or elf. Oh, fuck. That's what it was. He's like, yeah, he's definitely not invited in here again.
Oh. There's something. There's something. No.
You guys can, as he's saying it, you specifically, Narcissus, as he's talking, you're just looking around and you can see through the swinging double doors on the outside a small pair of feet and a huge pair of feet with his head sticking above. So, like he's about a head taller than the swinging doors, and he's just looking down, berating someone, and it looks like a child. And he walks in. And you can see her, and she has a bruise. She's like her bottom lip on the right. It's got a huge bruise, and she looks like she's just she has her head down. It's like he says, do you see it? He's like, who else was he with? Tell me. And she just looks up. She's like, he wasn't with anyone, and I love him. Man. No, she didn't.
She loved it.
Oh,
you better leave town.
So
I'll start laughing. That's too hilarious.
She's like, and I love him. His eyes blaze open. He's like, it's like, get back to the house. I'll deal with you later. So as he turns to walk towards the bar, and I gotta add him back in. He turns to walk back to the bar, and you can see her, and she's just like flips him off. She's like, and then turns and walks out. Where
That's too funny, bro. And I loved it.
All right. So,
All right, so
let me
I'm watching
shrink
this
down.
dude. See what the
He comes over to the guy, and did I write his name down? No, I did not. So he walks over to the innkeeper, and he's like, "Terry, you tell me the truth. You tell me now. Who the fuck was that elf with?"
So at this point, I'm wrapping up the ropes, the strings on my lute. And I'm putting it back in my bag.
Oh,
I'll
Terry's-
put my gloves on,
How am I supposed to know she had some fucking dick?
and I'm gonna sit back like this along against that wall right there,
Uh-huh.
and I'm waiting.
So the innkeeper's just like, he's like, "Garrett, I don't want any trouble in my inn. So you take that shit to the commander and you deal with it that way." So they're going back and forth, jawing. At one point, he tosses a look, not like a glance to you, Narcissus, but the soldier, he does not pick it up, and he's just like, "Look, just get out of here and cool down." It's like, I don't even know why you like her anyway. He's like, she didn't. This is like the fourth elf she's fallen in love with in the last year.
Jesus
He's like,
Christ.
there. So the soldier's like, there were more.
Oh
And
shit!
he-
She ain't gonna have no teeth by the end of the
he
day.
turns around.
Oh, now you know why she had 3 missing.
Because he jacked up.
He turns around and storms out. And so Terry, he comes over to you. He's like, "Listen, you better tell your friend to. It's probably not a good idea that he stays in this town."
Yeah, unfortunately, we're supposed to have business here.
And a bit for the trouble. You think I deserve that? I could get in just as I could be. And he's like, I could be in the stocks just like the rest of you lot. If I tell
I'll
you,
give him another 2 gold.
he puts his 2 fingers on him and pulls him. He's like, "You still looking for a place?"
So, well, unfortunately, I guess we can't really stay here.
It's too funny, bro.
I don't want no more trouble. I don't want to bring you any trouble that I didn't know existed.
That's a good idea. So I tell you what, there's a lady that rents rooms. There's an old man that rents rooms just outside of town, and he gives you the directions. He said, just tell her Terry at the Seven Dragons sent you. She'll know what happened.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
It's like, remember, I don't want to see that elf here.
No, I won't bring him back here.
That's too funny.
All right.
So
She has an outfit.
So he's not telling you to leave, but it's really up to you guys to decide what you're doing.
well, at this point, we're gonna have to like go establish that resting spot. Take poor Felix to go clean him up.
Yo, so I grabbed Felix by the belt. Wait, Steve, you're leaving? You're exiting? Or
Yeah,
what
I'm
you doing?
coming over to get you and tap you on the shoulder. Tell you, let's go.
So
Let's go get our.
So I grabbed Felix by the belt and I start dragging him with me.
We'll take him. We'll go get our rooms, but I have to come back here because I know that guy is coming. And I need to see who he is.
Okay, so we'll come back.
Okay.
I'm laughing. I'm laughing all the way out of this place.
The familiar sound of a barbarian's laughter howling in the streets fills your ears, Durzo.
I'm gonna look at Steve. What that guy was thinking. Oh my God.
Use character names, please. So it's Narcissus, remember.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, no. I said what that guy was thinking. Like, like in other words, saying like what he did was stupid.
Right.
So when we get outside into the alley, I'm gonna look around and see if I see signs of Durzo.
All right, so you can.
But
would-
you said I heard him, right? I heard him. I
Huh?
heard Ukla.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You heard
So
him.
I'm gonna look over.
You look
Well, I'm
over.
look-
You look over the roof. What's that overhang? That's called what's
The edge,
Drain.
the ledge.
That's the drain.
No, that time they didn't have none of that. Like
Yeah.
gutters.
They had gutters.
Yeah,
Sure they did.
Yeah, but I'm saying the section of the house that for the roof that overhangs the actual frame of the house. That I know it's called something, but in any event, when you look over, you don't see them until they go into the street, and you can see Ukla. He's carrying a drunk Felix who's basically limp, and he's howling in laughter. Along with Narcissus, who's trying to restrain himself, I would imagine,
Yo.
from.
He just said that they were going in the alley.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
they're going in the alley
he's-
to go
he's-
around to the
he's-
back,
he's
and I'm
going-
looking around
going-
for you.
Okay, so he's going around the alley. I apologize. Did you roll your survival to see if you can track him?
What I did was survival. I'll try that.
I'm gonna be like, hey,
And now with that,
Okay, so neither of those rolls would have been able to get you to
I
find
have.
him.
Wait, hold on. I have survival boots.
hey.
Okay, so
Sorry.
actually,
So if I-
you don't even need to roll anything. All you hear is, hey.
Okay.
He's just having to look up, and you see his elf head just poking out from the ledge of the roof.
so I'm gonna look around. Do I see the any of the guards nearby?
There are the half dozen all around, but nowhere near you right now. You can see them actively looking.
So if I'm looking up at him, I'm gonna look down the road to the direction that we're gonna go to, and I'm gonna say loud to Ukla, we have to go. We're gonna go to this old lady's house over down this way. It's about. I say the address out loud,
Okay.
and I tell him with my awakened mind. I
Mhm.
tell him, "You're a dick. You shouldn't have stuck your dick in that little girl, and now her man's looking for you.
Now she's gonna
That
have
little girl.
Now she's
We
gonna
can't-
have 4 missing teeth.
We can't come. We can't come back into this tavern because I don't want to. This guy don't want no more trouble, and we're gonna have to find a way to disguise you because otherwise we can't stay in this town.
That is
So,
true.
You heard where we're going. Try and get
How
there without
far-
getting killed.
Let me ask you a question, Lewis. How far is that home to where I'm at?
I said it loud
Well,
enough,
you're
so
in the
noise.
town now. So to get there, to get to the gate to leave, it's the eastern gate. To get to the old Nan's hostel. Let's just call it a hostel. Her own personal hostel. It will on foot from here to there, probably about 25 minutes walking. Less by horse, and by rooftop, you're not going to be able to make it. There's not a lot of space. There's not a lot of ways for you to Spider-Man this. So you're going to have to figure out a way.
How far? How is it easier for me to get out of the town
From where you are? Well, you're not. You guys aren't necessarily in the center of town, so no.
So,
This is too funny.
so basically, it's harder for me to get out of the town than to get to the house, to get to the old people's house.
To get out of the town is going to be the challenge because you can see the soldiers looking.
All right, and there's a wall around the whole town.
Yes,
The walled town.
and there are garrison soldiers that are patrolling it. There are towers at each gate, 2 towers at each gate, and a walkway along all 4 corners. There's walkways. Look at him now. He's like,
Damn, when did I do that?
I think I messed up.
I mean, if you would have
And
went
all-
outside and lumped them up, it would have been one thing. But you shot a fucking lethal weapon at one of them. And I'm telling you this in my head. I'm telling you this with the Awaken. You had to shoot a lethal weapon at one of them. Couldn't you just kick them in the balls?
Yeah, probably I could have. Yeah.
Then
Yeah,
why the
I
fuck did you
fucked
shoot him?
Shut up. All right, I'll be doing my thing at nighttime then. Okay.
All right, so you're gonna wait.
Yeah.
He just
Go
gotta
ahead.
sit there and
Go
while
ahead
away the
without me.
day.
We're gonna go to the thing.
That's
I'm gonna set up.
hilarious.
I'm gonna set
Laughing.
up the establishment. I have to come back because that guy is gonna show up, and I have to see him. I'm hoping he's gonna show up, and if not, he's gonna come to this tavern. So I'm gonna be here. So if shit goes down,
Move you guys
I'll
back
be
to the
around.
title page.
all right.
No, I mean I'm gonna go to the tavern with you. I'm gonna stay with you. I'm just still laughing because I found it
Well,
hilarious.
We'll go get the horses. I take Neelix and put him on his little horse because he's not gonna pee on mine. And I'm gonna walk the horses over to the town. I'm gonna take my time going to the hostel.
Okay. Getting to the hostel again doesn't take that long. You find it. It's in a small. I can't remember what they're called, but it's outside of the, it's the community that exists outside of the gates. So there's some some poorly made homes, some made of mud, some made of straw, and they're poorly
Shantytown?
crafted. Shantytown, son of a bitch. Thank you very much. My brain was just like Shantytown. Anyway, so you find her home. You can see that she has a sign that says rooms for rent, and her door is open. She's sitting outside smoking a pipe, and she's looking at you three. She's like, she has a confused look. It's like, you lot look too fancy to adorn my establishment. Where are you coming from? As you,
I'll let him speak
as
to
you
his
tie
owner.
off your horses, I'm assuming that you took Durzo's horse because no one said anything about Durzo's horse.
I would have to take Durzo's horse because there's no way he can use it.
All right, so I will not make those assumptions moving forward.
And
I am
I
sorry.
Okay.
agree with Steve.
Shut up.
Because if we left Durzo's horse over there, the guy would figure it out, and it'd be more hamburger meat for his family. So we brought his horse with his equipment on it with us. Anyway, so I look at the lady. I'm like, we fancy the simpler. We need a place to stay.
I was about to say, I thought you were going to get into some philosophy on how to stay in the room.
It's just like,
I was going there, but I got exasperated real quick. Like, you know what? Fuck this. We need some place to stay.
okay.
There's
like, well,
three of us.
She's like, you
There's
can't.
4 of us, and we need some place to stay.
She's like,
We were told this was a good place to stay. We would recommend. You would recommend it by Terry.
oh, Terry sent you my way. Well, then you must be fucked up. So what she says is you must be almost fucked if Terry sent you my way. Come on in. He's like, oh, and dunk that dwarf, dunk that goblin. Smells of piss.
Yes, we need a bath. So I can clean him.
He's out. Remember, he was drinking green alcohol. He is not playing around. His liver is shot. All right.
If you still had one.
Right. So then the hours go by. Durzo's just staring at the sky, the clouds.
Contemplate. Hey, he can
Louis,
take a short rest.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a long rest.
You can take a short rest. A long rest would be about 8 hours. So you're not going to. By the time Narcissus comes back, it won't have been 8 hours. Absolutely.
So does that relieve a slot?
Not for your spells. No.
Not for your spells, but you could burn
You can burn a hit dice in order to continue to
Okay,
heal.
that's what I want to do. So
All
what
right.
is it? It's,
So roll a d8.
Wait, don't do that. Yeah, go to your character sheet
all right.
and click heal on on your hit points.
No, they had to click short rest.
Oh, that's right. Yes, I'm sorry. Click short rest on the
Click short
character
rest.
sheet. My bad.
All right.
And,
And
then you want to roll the hit dice.
it says his roll hit die. So click on one. Underneath the class it says Ranger. Click
Mhm.
on one, and then roll. You got 2 back. Now, if you want more back, then hit the other little box and then roll again.
Right.
And then take short rest, and then confirm it. You
Right.
got all your hit points back. So now take short rest.
Mm-hmm.
It should be turned green, and then hit it again to confirm that you're taking a short rest. And you burnt both your hit dice, so now you don't have any for later.
Okay.
Okay.
You get them back after a long rest.
After a long rest, yeah. All right. So the old Nan, we're gonna call her Kay. Old Nan, her name is Kay. She's like, you can call me Kay. He's like, I have a room there and a room there, and one of you gonna have to share with the goblin. Her other 2 rooms are taken.
So,
And
Then
she's
the-
like, and it'll be. She said it'll be a golden night. Pay up front.
So I'm gonna look at Narcissus, but how long do you
Yeah.
think we're gonna stay here?
we'll pay daily, but we don't know how long our fact finding is gonna take.
Could have been in a nice warm bed, you know.
Oh, shut up, Lou.
I'm gonna spill blood on the sign.
All right. Anyway,
Spill
You're
blood.
gonna pay with blood.
how long are you guys gonna wait before heading back into town?
I'm
It's
excited.
approximately. I don't know if I gave you guys the time, but we'll say it's 6 p.m. right now when you go to Old Nan's. The sun's going to set in about an hour and 45 minutes, which will give Durzo the opportunity to do his short rest, and then and start on. If you attempt a long rest and you don't fulfill it, nothing happens. You just have to do it again.
Yeah, you get nothing. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. We have to. I don't look at Ukla. Ukla, we're gonna have to be in that town when the night falls. If that guy shows up tonight,
I'm
otherwise
down.
we're
but
gonna
what's gonna
we're gonna have to deal with all the demons.
I'll start
out
laughing.
here.
I'm gonna be like, what's gonna happen with Mr. Wolfman?
Oh, he knows where this place is. I'm gonna let the lady know that we have a companion coming, another companion coming.
It's like what? It's just I don't. She doesn't have the rooms.
Tell her you can share the room with me. It's fine.
It's like, well, that'll be 2. You pay up front.
So I pay.
Okay.
So I'll
So
be
we're
like,
paying
Ukla,
by the head, not by the head.
make sure you
Not by
take
the
off
head.
the gold from your character sheet.
oh
please.
yeah, hold on. Let me
Nah,
unzip
I'll pay for the Ukla too. Don't worry about it. So it's how
it.
many?
Oh, okay.
It's
5 gold.
It would be
It's
2, 3,
4
4.
gold.
4 gold. 2
4
for you,
gold?
2 for you and Durzo, and then 2 for Ukla and Velix.
4 gold. All right.
So I'm gonna tell him, come on, let's go back to the bar now and wait. But I'm gonna tell him, remember, he knows how we look like.
That's fine. You can know what we look like.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean,
So
you
let's go.
just changed. Did you just change your armor?
He doesn't have armor.
No, I don't have them. I just have animal skins on my body.
Yeah. The only one that changed his armor was Durzo, which is what got him into the trouble in the first fucking place.
So
Pulling strings off his armor and
Yo,
Seducing.
shouldn't the GM not be rubbing shit in?
no, you're right. The GM shouldn't, but it's still pretty funny. All right.
I don't have anything to disguise myself with.
And I'm too big, so I'm gonna be probably the biggest person in the whole entire bar.
You know
So
what?
when he walks in, he's gonna know it's us immediately.
Yo, you know what? That's even better for us because we don't know what he looks like. And if we see a dude react, the second he see us, then we know to jump that guy.
Okay, so come on, let's go.
Yeah, fuck it, let's go.
Okay.
We're going back to the end. We're gonna walk back. See if we run into Durzo on the way back.
You're gonna walk.
I'm still laughing.
Just a question so that I can keep it in my mind. Are you walking with your horses, or are you leaving your horses at the hostel?
I'm leaving my horse at the hostel.
What about you, Ukla?
I'm taking my horse.
Okay.
You think we should take them?
Hell yeah. I'm not leaving my horse. So the demons could come and kill it. Get out of here. I love my horse.
All right. So after about an hour, Velix finally stirs awake. He's just like, Velix is sick. Why is Velix wet? Oh, did I take a bath again?
She did.
Oh.
Felix, we should leave from here, honestly.
He's like, where's Master
Relax.
Durzo?
Don't ask. I'm not laughing.
So you say don't laugh. You don't ask and laugh. He's like,
Yeah, I start laughing.
you say, we're not in town again. And the old lady is, and she's still out front in her little rocker. She's like, well, that's a bright one you got with you.
Yeah, I know, but he's good. He's a good.
It's
companion.
okay. He may be a dim candle, but he does burn bright when he needs to.
Yeah, he's definitely a good companion. Okay, so I'm gonna tell him, yo, wash up. Come on, we're going back in town.
But Felix is already washed.
Like you smell like urine, Felix. Go wash yourself.
Like, Felix does not smell anything.
I smell it. Go wash yourself.
He said, no bath, master. There's no bath.
So I'm gonna ask Kate, do you have a bath that you can use fast?
So, what do I look like? A fancy hotel?
Just ask man, you know.
So you bathe in town with the rest in the at the bathhouse.
Okay, so I'm like, come on, let's go. So Narcissus, come on, let's go. Let's
All
go.
right. Head back in.
Get back in. Are you taking Felix to the bathhouse?
No.
Okay.
No, because I don't know how long all of that time is gonna take.
Gotcha.
You know.
Yeah, we'll just change his pants.
Yeah. We'll just go. No, let him stay smart. He's a goblin. He
No, I've got standards. Fuck you. Just because you're a barbarian doesn't mean I gotta smell like one too.
All right.
So we're gonna go back to the bar.
All right.
I mean, how much time do we have before
Before what?
before night falls?
I said an hour and a quarter, an hour and 3/4. It takes you 25 minutes to get back to town. That means in less than an hour, the sun will fully set.
Okay, now
People, there are people that are already lighting the lamps for the outside of their establishments throughout the town. Torch lights, sconces. The guard towers have all their braziers lit with the reflexive surfaces, so there's a lot of illumination. So it's still a bustling town when you start coming back in. A lot of the vendors have closed up shop. So what's left are saloons, inns, taverns. So on this street where the Inn of the Seven Dragons is, there are 4 taverns specifically on that avenue. But the place is a booming mining town, so there are a lot more gambling establishments, places to do exotic drugs, weed. There's a weed shop that's open, and by weed I mean exactly what I mean. So various tobaccos, varying weeds. What you see as you pass back into the town to get to the inn. That wasn't necessarily visible during the daytime because you had a lot more vendors. So when you get back to the inn, Terry's busy. He's busy attending to customers. Most of the patrons are still there, and the bar troupe is still playing. So they haven't necessarily left. And a lot of the persons that were there are still there. There are more of the miners that have come in. Some are filthy. Most are filthy. A lot of them are eating. I didn't put any tokens for that yet, so don't even worry about that. But every table is full. So this barmaid comes over. She says, "Oh, it's you again, my lords. I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to sit at the bar."
Okay, so we go to the bar.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you, dear.
All right. So she's she'll come around and see if you want anything to eat. She says, anything to fill your bellies. And she goes over again the list of all the foods that they have.
I get something light, small.
Okay. So Felix hops up on the stool. He's just hopping. He's like, "Oh, what drink shall Felix try today?"
No, Felix, no drinking for you today.
He said,
That's it, you're done.
but Felix drank yesterday.
No, that was today, Felix.
That was today?
Yes, and you passed out, and you peed on yourself too.
We need to look for someone.
It's
So
like,
we need to.
Master, can Felix please have a drink?
Like, if I get you a drink, it's your last one for today.
Okay.
So you got the
I'm
nurse.
gonna look at him and I'm gonna tell him you heard him. That's your last one for the day.
We're gonna need you, maybe. So I need you to be sharp.
Okay. So he looks. He's like, ooh, and he hops off the stool and he immediately goes to the dwarves who are now playing dragon dice. So they're all they have a good game going. And he just comes out with a sack of money that he didn't have when you guys got together. So he just like he's like Felix wants in, and he pulls out a bunch of gems, and he gets in. He gets in on the dice.
He puts out a bunch of gems.
No. I'm sorry. A bunch of coins. I'm sorry.
Oh, how about the second? I'm about to walk over and pluck one.
I meant coins. So he has all different types. He puts them on the table and he starts sorting them. And he's like, play. And the dwarves are barely tolerating him. One was like, you smell of piss.
No, we changed his pants. He made him change his pants.
He still has the odor. He's
I
just.
told you, you need to go take a
So
bath.
one of the other dwarves, they're all going about it. They're all tipsy and everything. He's like, no more than you do, Grog. He's like, fuck you. So they're all going at it, but they're having to. They seem to be enjoying themselves. The militia guards that you recognize, there were two that passed by the swinging double doors, and they look in to the side, and they keep moving. Now,
This guy Durslow's still taking a nap.
yeah, Durza's on the roof. Are you doing anything else specifically, Durza? Because the sun's
Once
already
it's-
down.
Once
it's
it's
night.
nighttime.
Yes, it's nighttime.
I mean, I want that shit dark after 12 a.m. Then I'm gonna climb down and I'm gonna start going through the shadows to get out of this place.
We'll be
Okay.
out there for a long time.
Yeah, it's not that late. It's like I said.
I can't do nothing. That's the only way I'm gonna be able to get out is I gotta work the shadows.
Okay.
I fucked up. It happens.
Oh, you know
That's what
what you
happens.
do, right?
That's what happens when you smash like 3 teeth
Randoms.
missing chicks and shit like that are dwarves out of nowhere. You know?
You know what you could do? You could stand on top of it with your bowl.
Shut up.
Okay.
I hope you just fall unconscious and Felix is raping you at the same time.
All right, take it easy. Please roll perception, Durzo.
Oh,
Okay, that's good. Come on, man.
Roll the normal rolls, unless I tell you advantage, please.
You know I have an advantage in it.
No, you don't. You just have proficiency in it. That just gives you extra points, not an advantage. Advantages and disadvantages are situational.
21.
You mean 4?
It shows a 20. Is it really a 4?
It's a 4.
Well,
you
it
get
says
Why would
21?
the die on my die that just rolled? It said 21.
It says 4 here.
Okay.
You rolled a 2, a 9, and a 4.
Okay. So just as you're there, you're trying to relax your way through the night until you're comfortable enough to leave. You can hear a heavy procession of horse, but by the time you come around to looking, you just see the back of the procession as it's moving towards the center of town. There's at least a dozen heavy horses with riders on both sides and a carriage in the center. So 6 and 6. Of the 12, hold on, let me finish. Of the 12 in the procession, the last 2 and the first 2 are garrison guards. Okay?
Okay.
So there's technically 10 horses that aren't from the garrison that are escorting this carriage that's going towards the center.
So I'm just gonna watch.
Okay. So I mean, until they're out of sight, that's what
Can
you
I
saw.
move to the other part of the roof and look and see where they're going and stuff and where they're gonna stop at?
Well, unfortunately, with everything that's going on, and they do go out of sight. So you can see them for as far as your vision will allow you, and that they're not obstructed by other riders, other carriages, other people that are in the street as they're making way and then closing in behind them. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a very busy place, and that's what you saw. And because you didn't get the perception roll, I'm not going to give you any more detail beyond that.
Okay, I understand.
Okay. Now, you guys are in the bar, in the tavern. The music is filling the air. The barmaid brings you out a plate of meats and cheeses. Felix is winning, and I need for you guys, both of you guys, roll. Wouldn't be perception. Roll insight. I'll tell you if you make it. Okay, Narcissus rolled an 11. So Ukla, with Felix winning, the dwarves are getting a little bit more amped. But you notice that he's not winning. He's cheating. You can see him palming dice and in his right hand and rolling with his left. And then he'll grab with the left and then put the dice on the table with his right so that the dwarves will pick it up and roll. Like, fuck! No! How is it I keep losing? Bloody lucky fucking goblin smelling of piss. Really? You're on mute.
How close is Narcissus to me?
He's sitting right next to you. Look
right
on
here,
the map.
right.
No. Because if you look at the map, he's a little away from me.
Well,
so
I mean, that's
why.
really up to you. Narcissus is directly behind the table, so he can hear them going back and forth, talking crap. But yeah, he's a little ways away.
So I'm gonna move towards him.
Mm-hmm.
Is he over here somewhere, Neelix? Felix?
The green, that little green dot. That's Felix. No, he's on the farthest left table, chair on that table. Yeah. Hold on a second.
No, we don't see him. That's why.
Oh, he's right here.
No, we don't see him.
There's no token. I don't see this one.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
That's what I'm asking. Otherwise, I wouldn't be asking silly questions.
No, that's weird.
I think you got him at DM level. Change it to the token level.
You may be correct, sir.
These tokens are pretty cool.
So I'm gonna whisper
No, he's there.
to. I'm gonna whisper to Narcissus. I mean, quietly. I'm like, that he's cheating, right?
He's right here.
He is?
Yes.
So I look back over to him and I go back to eating my cheese and I tell him mentally that I think you cheated them enough. Start playing a little bit more fair. That way they don't get wise.
Okay.
Just because they're drunk doesn't mean they're stupid. They are dwarves.
Why isn't it? Give me 1 second here.
That's what I tell. That's what I tell.
I
Felix
can't see nothing, Lou.
mentally.
Yeah, just give me a second. You watching this on Twitch? Oh, that's right. No, I took your token out. So just give me a second. I'll put you back in. I'll put you.
He's on the roofs. He's on the roofs.
Right,
all uncomfortable.
because you are technically not there. So.
Yo, his back is hurting.
No, stupid ass. I can survive anywhere.
Yo, his back's hurting because of the roof.
Oh, there we go. I was looking at the
You're
wrong one.
silly.
Sorry about that. So I'll put you here, but technically you're not in the. You're not there. Okay. And Felix, where did he go? Now he disappeared on my screen. Just give me a sec here. All right, so I gotta reduce it. You can
Oh
see-
my god!
Yeah, I know he's a giant.
Oh my God, he's
There he
big.
is. There he is. Okay.
Yeah, he's in range.
Yeah, he's in range. So, when you do that, he's just like, he jumps out of the table. He's like, ah, 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 Master,
him, calm down. It's me.
Master. The
And I
dwarves.
turn back and look at him and wave.
So the dwarves are like, they jump up and they're like, "What the fuck?" Cursing at him like, it's like it's not enough. You're taking our money. You gotta scare the fucking bejesus. Like you gotta scare us out of our britches, fucking goblins. You wave at him. And he just looks. He looks. He's like, "Hi, master." Almost as if you didn't say anything to him in his head. He goes back to. He's like, "Sorry, gents. Let's play this fair game."
Did he have to say it like that? You fucking idiot.
An hour, 2 hours go by. The dwarves finally. There was one that was still trying to win it to get his money back, but he finally gives up. And they all leave. So I'm going to take them off the board here.
Oh.
Unless you guys were going to interact with them.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
I just feel bad for Neelix.
So you could just see Felix is just stacking coins. He's looking at you. He's like,
So I nod at him.
So how long have we been here?
about 3 hours.
About an hour.
No,
We're
you,
about 3
And nobody has showed up, right?
no
No
one's
new
shown up
people
yet.
came in?
No.
So you know what I'm gonna do, Lou? I'm gonna go outside just to take a peek to see what's going on.
All right. So the night has been wearing on. This particular boulevard at our avenue or street is teeming with working class folk. Miners who have coin in their pockets, and the women who are trying to take that coin out of them. There's drinking, vomiting, fist fights. It's pretty lively for this type of environment, but it's pretty typical for an up and coming town. There was talk, about an elf that that had sex with Garrett's woman, and he's like he better be 100 miles of this place. He's like, otherwise Garrett's gonna string him up and stretch his balls out so he can taste them. They come up with all kinds of crazy things. It's like that's how is it because in essence, what you're getting out of this is that this guy is so overprotectively jealous of this woman that he has gone through some extreme lengths, and the only reason why he hasn't actually gone freaking mental is because he's afraid of the garrison commander. Now, how much longer are you guys planning on being here?
No, Lou, I don't know if you heard me. I said I was gonna go outside to look.
Dude, that's
See
what I
what's-
just said. Everything I said
Okay.
was what you were listening to and what you were seeing.
Okay.
You were the one seeing this. Narcissus is still inside enjoying his little bit of food, his
okay.
little bit of drink. Durzo's on the roof crying, and Felix is counting his fairly earned money.
He's on the roof crying. He's like, "What?" Okay, so I go back into Narcissus and I'll be like, well, what do you think we should do? We already been here a few hours, nobody's showing up.
Yeah, no one I noticed that's new. And
There were people that came and gone, but no one that raised your level of suspicion. The tavern is pretty packed with people enjoying themselves. Most gambling. The bar troupe can barely be heard, but they're doing their best to go. They have quite an audience that are tossing them coins of all kinds, with the exception of platinum. So they're cleaning up with the drunks. The mead is flowing, the wine is flowing, that liquor is flowing, the food is coming out. But for the most part, after about 5 hours, the people start clearing out because it's coming close to midnight. The hardcore drunks and gamblers are left behind. The the air is really thick with people just thinking because of the massive amount of body heat in this place, and it's not air conditioned, and there's no fans or anything, so all the smoke from pipes is filling the air. At around 11:30, then five men walk in, and two of them, one of them is Garrett, and two of his men, and then two men that are both draped in really dusty, but you can tell that they're road tested, but really polished leather armor. They both have cloaks. They have them over their heads, and one of them has a partial mask that covers the upper half of his face. The other is a human. He looks to be about 40, and they all come in and grab a table.
So I kind of like elbow Narcissus. And
I'm gonna
You
move
know,
Felix
the
over
elbows
here
me,
because
and
Felix is now like, Master, look, many treasures. Dwarves
I
are
look over.
so stupid.
So I look at him and I smile. I shake my head. So I help him sort out his winnings, and I'm glancing where I glance
Oh,
back.
I'm sorry.
At
Let me
the guy.
put them in. Let me put them back in here. Here we go. Again, these tokens come out really big. I know there's a way to do it so that they don't come out so huge, but I'm not taking the time to do that yet.
Yeah, they did that to me too. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Two of his men. And
What's up with them crazy sounds in the back?
that's some Magic the Gathering, which I wish were on mute.
that's the people playing the music.
Right.
No, bro, that's just stupid TV.
Okay, there's the hooded
Nobody
figure.
asked you for your opinion.
There's the hooded figure. He has his back to you guys at the bar.
Oh, that's
and-
cute.
And his companion, who took a seat right next to him. I'm gonna put him here, but his chair is right in this corner.
This corner here.
Yeah. Right. He's sitting right next to him in this corner.
All right.
They both have their backs to you. So I'll just move them here.
All right. So, I casually glance over to see them,
Okay.
and I'm helping.
They don't seem to be talking. They wait for the serving girl to come over, order their drinks, and why is it this? That's why. And she takes their orders and runs into the kitchen. She seems a little frantic because she's been working this whole time nonstop,
Yeah.
but for the most part, that's what you're seeing.
All right. So,
We can't really do anything in town anyway because right there it's already 5 of them. It's only me and you.
listen, my problem is that they're with the fucking guards. That's
I know.
my problem. That's a flag right there.
And it's suspicious that they know, Mr. Let me beat up my wife.
Well, I don't know if that's suspicious, but it is an unpleasant coincidence. Unless we have to kill them, in which case it'd be a pleasant coincidence for Dursa. But either way.
Look at him. That's how he's sitting on the roof. Look at his face.
With that face. Damn, I had to smash that door.
He was human.
No, she was human. She's
This
just
dwarf
she was
is
just
human?
she was 4'8", so just tiny.
I just had to shoot my crossbow and jump out the window.
So,
And there's some shit. He's like,
I didn't shoot
okay.
my crossbow and missed. I went for my life.
Yo, you should put that as the highlight.
Don't worry about the
Anyway.
highlights. There's plenty in this one. Okay.
So yeah, I'm just sitting there trying to listen, see if they say anything, if we can hear anything from these listeners.
No, you can't. There's too much ambient noise in order to pick up anything that they're talking about, and you can tell that they're purposely not talking loud, like they're leaning in. Like Garrett is leaning in to try to talk to the guy whose back you have, and his companion he's the one that's looking around, just taking a measure of people as he's looking. I'm going to make a perception roll for him to see if he notices you looking at him. Because you guys are kind of looking. What's your passive?
Oh, my just at 13.
This is
So
13?
the
Okay.
perception, the investigation, and the insight are all
All
13.
right. So he almost catches you looking, and you're able to turn away. And I'm gonna. What's your passive perception, Ukla? Can't hear you.
You're muted, buddy.
Where will you find that at?
It's on your character sheet. It should be all the way on the left where it says senses. It's passive wisdom, perception.
Oh, okay, I
invest-
see it. It's a 12.
Okay.
I see
So-
it's 12, 10, 10.
Okay, great. And he meets your gaze very quickly, and then just keeps on scanning the rest of the establishment.
Yeah, because Defender wins, right?
He caught you. That's what he just said.
Okay,
Yeah, but mine is a 12. Don't Defender wins?
there's no defender in this.
Yes, it is.
All right, shut up. Now,
I mean, I'm gonna look at Narcissus like, what do you want to do? You can't really do anything. There's so many of them.
Like, just chill.
Okay, so good job.
all right.
Like I said, I'm hoping Neil sold out his money.
Okay, so in total, he racked up at least 125 gold pieces, 50
Nice.
silver, and about 35
Nice.
copper.
Very nice.
So
Holy
he
crap.
cleaned up. There are 3 pissed off dwarves that walked out of that place.
So I pat him on the shoulder and congratulate him at his
He's
winnings.
like, Felix did really, really good today. And he sees Terry walks by him, and he's like, "Plays a fair game, fair and square. These are Felix's winnings." He's like, all right. How much longer are you guys gonna wait? The after about 10 minutes, the girl, after she brings out their drinks, she brings out their food, and the two non-guardsmen do not touch anything, but the rest of them are gorging themselves.
All right. So I finished my cup and popped the last morsels of food in my mouth,
Mm-hmm.
and I look at Ukla and I nod at him, and I get up with Neelix, and we go out the door. We leave.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna stay sitting down.
Did you not hear what he said? Are you staying behind because he's leaving?
No, yes, I'm staying behind.
Okay.
Yes, I know he's leaving. Yeah.
Okay. So Felix is like, "We leave? We're leaving?"
We're leaving.
It's like, he's just like he's trying to find a place for his winnings. He's just like, shh. So you guys walk out, and Ukla. Roll a perception, please. Actually, you say your passive perception is a 12?
His passive is a 12. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, my passive is a 12.
So, two more times that second gentleman, as he scans the place, people coming in and out. Again, there's not enough tokens to illustrate how busy this place is. Do you guys see Tombstone, the movie Tombstone, with Kurt Russell? If you haven't, it's a great movie. The saloon is that busy where people are going in and out. There's drinking.
It's like they're shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah. So there's drinking and there's a lot of merriment going on. Money is being exchanged. People are fighting. Just there's arguments here and there. There's there's a swell of activity in this place. Now, when you spy him, it's almost as if as soon as somebody walks away, where you can get a good line of sight, and you're just looking at the table, you can see him. He's just like, it's just he's looking around. He's taking a measure of everyone in this room. You can tell that as a warrior, that's the kind of look that you would have when you're taking the measure of your enemies. And two more times in about another during this whole time, from their food to the time that you guys had walked out, it was about another 45 minutes, an hour, and they're still talking. At this point, the hooded rider, the hooded guy, he reaches into the folds of his cloak, and he produces a bag, and he hands it to Garrett, who quickly palms it and puts it under the folds of his cloak, and you can see he's affixing it to his belt. There's the belt purse, and then they get up and they start walking out. Their food is untouched. Their drinks are untouched. So as they're walking away, the two guards to Garrett's left and right immediately grab at their shit.
Okay, so I'm gonna stay sitting down in here, and I'm just gonna continue drinking.
Now, Nars. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
And what I'm gonna do is when they get up, what does the guard do? The human. Is he looking around?
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm interrupting. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm not, because I'm trying to figure out when he gets up, is he doing the crazy Ivan, or they're just getting up and walking, or he's letting the guy walk first? He's standing behind him. I'm just trying to see. He's letting more or less. He lets when they exit, what they're gonna do.
Okay, so as the two strangers pass him, he just he gives a short nod, and as they pass him where they're directly behind him, he just smiles a little, and he's puts his hands over his head, and he seems to be full of a joy, like he's enjoying a moment that you can see that he's enjoying the moment. His men are eating. He's looking at both of them and he shakes his head like they're two bumbling fools, and he just leans back on his chair. And those two gentlemen walk out. Now, you guys had walked out 10 minutes before them. What were you doing?
I went into the alley around on the side where
Durzo was.
Mm-hmm. And I'm just
okay.
I was leaning up against the wall there, just waiting.
So Felix is like,
because if anything happens, I'll know, because Ukla's not very quiet.
Okay. Well, Felix is like, what are we doing here, Master? Are we waiting for something?
Yeah.
Are we? He's like, are we gonna cut the purse?
No, we're not going to cut the purse.
Oh.
I'll just slow you down. That was the thing.
So he looks at your stance, and he imitates it.
So I'm just leaning up against the wall.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He just imitates it. He crosses his arms. He's like.
So every now and then I'll look onto the road to see who passes by.
Okay, and that 10-minute after that 10-minute period had passed, the two strangers come out. They come out and they head towards their horses. Mm-hmm. They both mount and they start riding towards the east gate.
Towards the east gate?
Mm-hmm.
So casually walk over, jump on my horse, grab Felix, and follow them.
Okay.
Follow them at a safe distance.
So, all right. So
I trail them.
Okay. Ukla, you're inside. That all happened. Are you doing anything specific before I move on?
No, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep an eye on these three jackasses to see more or less what's going on with them.
Okay. And Durzo, I'll give you this as you're looking over the roof. You happen to see. You don't roll survival. Oh no! Roll insight. Excuse me. Roll your insight. What you see is not the two riders specifically, but when you see Felix and Narcissus riding, they seem to be trailing those two riders. That's how you notice them.
All right. Well, right now, is it still
it's almost midnight. The streets aren't bustling, but there's still there's still a fair number of people that are active.
All right, I'm gonna walk the whole roof and just look over the edges. Do I still see like the same type of soldiers kind of?
You see garrison guards, but a lot of them seem to be a little tipsy.
All right.
And definitely not, and you don't have a vantage. You don't necessarily have, you didn't take a measure of his men. In other words, to memorize their faces.
Right.
So after a certain amount of time, the only one you would remember is, the one whose girl you fornicated with.
All right. So why do you say fornicate? She accepted. I didn't.
Dude, you know what fornicate means,
Fornicate
right?
That's what it is.
Oh, you make it sound like it. She wanted that dude. Anyway. So I'm gonna climb down from the roof, and I'm gonna run through alleyways.
All right. So as he's
climbing, when I get out in the regular, I'm gonna make sure that I'm not nowhere near any of the soldiers, and just travel through the alleyways, trying to get out.
All right. So I'm gonna need you to make a survival roll on that.
How about a stealth roll?
You can't necessarily stealth in the full view, but
right,
you know what? Make a stealth roll. Make a stealth roll.
All right, it's advantage.
It's not advantage. It's proficiency.
It's also an advantage.
No. I was doing it wrong. Just so we're clear. There's
no roll with advantage on this.
It's only a roll with advantage situationally, but this is not one of those.
All right. So stealth.
Okay. So you managed to avoid some close calls on your way out of town. You get to the gate. The guards don't necessarily take a specific measure of you, with the exception of the fact that you wear a mask. Yes?
No, remember my mask was being made.
Okay. And you didn't collect it just yet.
All it was that my hood covered just the top part of my face.
Right. So they
couldn't see my ears. They couldn't see nothing. And humans are 6'1" also. So.
Yeah, take it easy. So, like I said, it was just you do notice that they take a small measure of you, but there's enough people. There's enough activity that's happening as people are going in and out to not necessarily warrant stopping you. But you pee a little. Is basically what I'm saying.
Now, can I be able to track Narcissus's horse?
All right, that's going to be difficult because of the amount of traffic. So you can make a roll with a disadvantage.
Because now you give me a disadvantage. You don't even give me a
It's a survival roll with a disadvantage.
I don't like you. I thought we were friends.
You're still in the game, right?
Shut up.
Still in the game after getting speared in the guts.
Nope.
No. All right. So no,
Poke out your eyeball.
there's way too much. There's too much activity.
Yeah.
There's no way for you to find their specific tracks.
All right. Okay.
All right.
So these guys, do they go outside? They leave the gate? Leave through that gate?
Yes. They did.
All right. I don't do that.
You're gonna stop at the gate?
I will stop a little bit before. If I see them, like if I notice that they're heading out towards the gate,
Yeah.
and they don't seem like they don't seem like they have an intention of stopping,
No, and they don't.
then I'm going to slow down. Just gonna slow down
Mm-hmm.
and stop. That way I don't follow them out. I don't want to follow them out.
Okay.
That would be that'd be too much.
All right.
And they went out the east gate, right?
Yes, they went out
Which
the
gate they
east
went?
gate.
All right. That's what I was afraid of. All right, so I'm just gonna
Roll perception, please.
roll perception. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yes.
And I got a 10.
Okay. So don't notice anything out of the ordinary. You did not make the check there.
So,
Okay. So I mean, you're stopped at the gate. The guards are like, "Hey, move along. Coming and go." He's like, "Coming and going. Move. Can't block the
turn
gate."
back around. Start trotting slowly back the way I came.
Okay. For Ukla, you're the Garrod, who you now know as the guy in the green, the named guard there. He's just looking at both his men as they're talking and clanking mugs and toasting and blah blah blah. Finally, he just like rolls his eyes, like he stands up, and they try to stand up, but they're too freaking blasted. So they sit back down, and he turns and walks out of the bar, out of the tavern.
Okay, so now what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna give it like a few seconds. I'm gonna get up and start moving
Mm-hmm.
to exit the bar.
Okay, you do that, and you can see him. He's walking up the avenue in the opposite direction, or walking down the avenue rather.
So I'm gonna stay behind them enough, but I'm gonna follow him.
Okay.
So I'm gonna stay behind him enough where I can still see him.
So that is
Because
a
the
very
place
vague.
is-
That's a very vague description. So
Okay, in other words, from when I got out, I'm saying now how far can he go without me seeing him? In other words, when does he vanishes? Because you said
Well, in the
town is lit, right?
yeah, there's light. I mean, it's mostly braziers and torches. So it's an orange amber light, but it's light. There are dark spots here and there. Between the buildings, there's no lights. Those alleys between the buildings. But as far as the main street, yes, it's lit. It's not so crowded that he'll disappear in the crowd. So the question that I gotta ask you is, how far are you staying behind him? If you're gonna tail him,
I'm gonna let him go far enough where I could still keep my eye on him, but far enough where he won't notice.
all right, give me a distance.
When does he leave my line of vision? In other words,
He won't if your line of sight is as far as the light. So he won't leave your line of sight unless he ducks somewhere.
okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let him go far enough.
Jesus Christ, you're still not giving me a number. How far back
I would
are
say
you from
about maybe 20 feet. Is that
Okay,
maybe 20, 30 feet?
20 or 30.
Yeah, I would say 30.
Okay. Man, I had to drag that one out of you.
Yeah, man, I can't help it.
He refused to give me that. You notice that shit?
I don't want to give you.
You notice that shit? He refused to give me a number.
I'm not
Holy
good with
shit.
numbers, but at least
no.
I'm not
You're plenty fine with numbers. Stop playing it.
I want them at arm's reach, but my arms got to be 20 feet long. With 30 feet long fingers.
So he, can you read Common? Can you speak Common?
Yes, I can.
Okay. He
I hope so.
he
He's a
starts.
freaking human.
Yeah, he starts walking. Where he ends up is the bathhouse. So he pushes. There's still an active line of bathers, of minors that are trying to get bathed so that they can get some, and the young bouncer that's standing outside, and he just pushes right past him. But none of them offer any resistance whatsoever, because he's carrying 2 rapiers on both his hips. The boy just looks away, and you can see that he has an angry, disgusted look on his face when he passes him. He's like, and he walks into the bathhouse.
Okay, so I'm gonna go back and look for Narcissus.
Okay. So that is going to coincide with Narcissus coming back. So what we're going to do, since we started late, we're going to stop here, and we'll pick up on the next game. And because I know people got to go to work, and I have to work early in the morning too. So we'll pick it up from there. Poor Durzo. Look at him. He's literally dejected in the corner of the frame of the picture.
Louis, I'm gonna bust out my window on the 5th floor.
All right. So, what are you guys finally meet up as you're walking back? Narcissus is coming back from the east gate, back towards the tavern, and you, Narcissus, had noticed that Ukla was in the street and heading back in your direction.
I go straight to Ukla.
Mm-hmm.
I tell them these guys went outside, so they're not staying in the town.
No, and I'm gonna tell them too. You know that they gave.
Also, I'm sorry to interrupt. Durzo, you did notice Narcissus and Velix because you specifically heard Velix when you were walking out of the gate, but they were actively looking for something else, and they were on their way back as you were making your way towards the gate to follow them.
I remember when I saw them on the roof that there was 2 people that headed forward.
It looked like they were tracking. Yes.
All right. If I got out and they're on horses, right?
Yep.
I should be able to track them.
All right. So I will give you another survival roll, again with disadvantage.
Because of the high traffic.
Yep.
Damn it!
It's not possible. It's not possible to track them. But you know that Narcissus had turned back. Narcissus and Velix had turned back and went back into town. You can see in Narcissus' face, he was like, "No, I'm not going out there."
Oh, the nope was right there.
And Velix is like, "What the fuck? I just want a drink."
Man, I give him a small swig of my character. I still got some left.
So that's where I'm going to leave it. What are you doing? I'm sorry. What were you doing?
No, I was gonna. Once me and Narcissus get together, I'm gonna tell Narcissus he gave Jared and his guards some money. So that means Jared has to be involved or something. Or something's going on, and the problem is we couldn't hear because of the music. Jared just walked into the bathhouse. So we're gonna have to figure something out. We're gonna have to either kidnap him or something, but he knows some information. We're gonna have to get him out of the town. We're gonna have to find some way to get him out of the town.
I need to get some medic tools.
Because he knows they gave him some money.
I know. I know.
And I told you that those 2 guys, they left out the east gate. Unfortunately, that's the way we will have to leave to go back to our rooms. So that's something we have to deal with also.
We don't have to go back to our rooms. Remember, the last thing we want to do is go outside and get all those people killed.
That's true.
He won't attack us in here because he knows he can't, but he'll attack us outside.
Which I'm suspecting is the reason Narcissus is like,
That's exactly the reason why I was like, nope.
And another thing that,
And one of them's got to be a summoner.
and the other one, he's a fighter. I'm more than positive because he looks like he's the bodyguard. And if this guy is as strong as we think he is, that guy is not a weak fighter. So we're gonna have our hands full with both of them.
Yep.
And God knows what else it's around him. This guy summoned demons, whatever. So we know we're gonna be outnumbered. So my suggestion is we stay in here.
Yeah. We just have to find out.
Where's Rooftop Boy?
Romeo? I don't know what the hell he want. Yeah.
I start laughing.
We got to find Romeo and figure this out.
Come on, let's go find Romeo.
So we go looking for.
Yeah, we're going looking for Romeo.
You call for him and he's not on that roof. He's not answering.
Oh,
I figured by now he wouldn't be.
Yeah, he's probably around the town. Come on, let's just go looking for him.
So, yep.
All right.
We told him where the rooms are, so I'm assuming
Yeah.
he probably went that way. So I'm gonna slowly go back towards the gate again.
Okay.
I won't go so close to the gate that the guards see me and start questioning me.
Okay. All right. So with that, we're going to pick this up the next time. Thank you very much for anybody that's watching. We appreciate you. For Durzo, Ukla, Narcissus, and myself, we bid you a fond and farewell.